Dear students, in the last class we discussed two different classes of functions, exponential function and logarithmic function, and also we discussed properties of logarithms. Today we are going to discuss derivatives of exponential function and logarithmic function. So take down theorem, and that first one, d by dx of e per x is equal to e per x, or in other words, the derivative of the exponential function e per x with respect to x is e per x. Second, d by dx of log x to the base e is equal to 1 by x, or in other words, the derivative of log x to the base e is equal to 1 by x. Now we are going to prove these two statements. Okay, here I am going to use the first principle to show that derivative of e per x is e per x and derivative of log x is 1 by x. Okay, so proof of the first. Let us take e per x as f of x. Let f of x be equal to e per x. Then f of x plus h is e per x plus h, correct? So now we shall use the definition of derivative. F dash of x is equal to limit of f of x plus h minus f of x whole thing divided by h as h tends to 0. Okay, this is the definition of derivative of function. Now we shall replace f of x by e per x and f of x plus h by e per x plus h. Then we get limit of e per x plus h minus e per x whole thing divided by h as h tends to 0. Correct? Now I am going to use one of the laws of indices. We know that a per m plus n is a per m into a per n, correct? So using this law of indices, I can write e per x plus h as e per x into e per h, correct? I am using this law of indices, minus e per x whole thing divided by h as h tends to 0. See here, e per x is common, right? So I can take e per x common, e per x into e per h minus 1 divided by h as h tends to 0, correct? I have taken e per x as common in the numerator. Now here variable h tends to 0, it does not make any difference to e per x, so I can take it outside. Then I get e per x into limit of e per h minus 1 by h as h tends to 0. So this is a standard limit. So limit of e per h minus 1 by h as h tends to 0 is nothing but 1, correct? So e per x into 1 is e per x. So in the left side we have derivative of e per x. Therefore d by dx of e per x is e per x itself. The derivative of the function e per x with respect to x is e per x itself. Okay. Similarly, we can prove the second one. What is the second statement? We have to prove that derivative of log x with respect to x is 1 by x, correct? So proof of the second. So f of x is log x, okay, when I write log x, it means it is log x to the base e. It is natural logarithm. Okay. Next, if f of x is log x, then what is f of x plus h? F of x plus h is log of x plus h to the base e. I am not going to write the base. Okay. If the base is not written, then it must be understood that it is e. Okay. And now f dash of x is equal to limit of f of x plus h. I will write it directly. Okay. F of x plus h is log of x plus h minus f of x log x whole thing divided by h as h tends to 0. Okay. Now what happens if I apply the limit? It takes the form 0 by 0, right? If I apply the limit directly, it takes the form 0 by 0. So I have to simplify. Isn't the numerator of the form log m minus log n? See the second property of logarithm, log m minus log n. Log m minus log n is log of m by n. Numerator is of the form log m minus log n. Log m minus log n is log of m by n. I am using one of the properties of logarithm. Then I can write right hand side as a limit of log of m by n, log of x plus h by x whole thing divided by h as h tends to 0. Correct? Further, I can write this bracket as x plus h by x as x by x is 1 plus h by x whole thing divided by h as h tends to 0. Okay. Even if you apply the limit, it takes the form 0 by 0 because log 1 is 0. So if I apply the limit, it takes the form 0 by 0. So we have to use one of the standard limits. What is that? You have to use the standard limit of log of 1 plus y by y as y tends to 0 is equal to 1. We have to use this standard limit to evaluate this limit. Okay. So in place of y we have x plus h. So here also we should have x plus h. So in the next step I will just multiply and divide the denominator by x. So which is equal to limit log of 1 plus h by 2 divided by, here we have h, I will just write it as h by x into x, okay, as h tends to 0. Correct? Now I am going to use this standard limit. See, so using this standard limit of log of 1 plus h by h by x, log of 1 plus h by x by h by x, this becomes limit of this function becomes 1. Okay. So as h tends to 0 is same as x by h tends to 0, both are one and the same. So we left with, so it becomes like this. I'll write in the next step. It becomes like this, limit of log of 1 plus h by x by h by x as x tends to, as h by x tends to 0 into 1 by x. Correct? So using this standard limit of log of 1 plus h by x as h by x tends to 0 is 1 into 1 by x, because as h tends to 0 doesn't affect 1 by x. So therefore d by dx of log x is equal to 1 by x. So derivative of log x with respect to x is equal to 1 by x. Okay. So now we shall discuss some problems. Next problem. Differentiate the following functions with respect to x. Next, differentiate the following functions with respect to x, in that first one the given function is e power 3x. Okay, see, e power 3x is not an ordinary function, it is function of function. This involves two functions, one is exponential function e power x and the other one is polynomial function 3x. Okay, so we had to use chain rule to find the derivative of given function. Okay, so first I will take the given function as y, or you can also take the given function as f of x. Okay, now we shall use chain rule to find its derivative. So dy by dx is equal to, you just assume 3x as u. What is the derivative of e per u with respect to u? E per u, right? So we get e power 3x into what? D by dx of this function into d by dx of 3x. Okay, I'll write it, d by dx of 3x. So we get e power 3x into derivative of 3x is 3. So the derivative of given function is 3 into e power 3x. Okay, similarly second one, I'll take the second function as e power x square. Again, this is composition of two functions, so we have to use chain rule. To find its derivative. So we shall take the given function as y. So I'll write it directly here. So dy by dx is equal to, you just assume x square as single variable u, derivative of e per u. Derivative of e per u with respect to u is e per u only, right? So e per, but in place of u we have a function that is x square into d by dx of this function. D by dx of x square is 2x. Therefore, derivative of the given function is e power x square into 2x. Correct? Next, problem number 3. The given function is e power root x. We had to find its derivative. First we shall take the given function as y. Let y be equal to e power root x. Okay, again e power root x is composition of two functions. One is root x function, another one is e power x function. So we had to use chain rule. Then dy by dx is equal to derivative of e per u. You just assume this as single variable u. Derivative of e per u is e per u itself. So e per u, but u is what? Root x into d by dx of this function. D by dx of root x is 1 by 2 root x. Okay. So derivative of e per root x is e per root x into 1 by 2 root x. Next, fourth one, the given function is e per negative x. E per negative x is not an ordinary function, it is the composition of functions negative x and e per x. Again we have to use chain rule to find its derivative. So first we shall take the given function as y. First let us take the given function as y, or of course you can also take this as f of x. In that case you have to write its derivative as f dash of x. Okay, but I have taken this as y. Then dy by dx is equal to derivative of e per u. You just assume negative x as u. Derivative of e per u with respect to u is e per u, right? So e per u, but what is u? Minus x. So that's a function into d by dx of this function. D by dx of minus x is minus 1, or you can write it as minus e per minus x. Correct? Minus e per minus x. So that's a derivative of given function. Okay. Next, problem number 5. The given function is sine of log x. The given function is sine of log x. Clearly the given function is function of function. It is the composition of functions log x and sin x, right? Here base is not given. If base is not given, it must be understood that base is e. Log x means it is actually log x to the base e. It is the natural logarithm. Okay. So first we shall take the function as y. First we shall take the given function as y. And then what is dy by dx? You just assume this bracket as u. Okay. What is the derivative of sine u with respect to u? Cos u, right? Derivative of sine u is cos u. So cos u. But what is u? U is the function log x into d by dx of log x. Just now we have proved d by dx of log x is 1 by x, correct? So derivative of the function sine of log x is cos of log x into 1 by x, right? Next, problem number 6. Problem number 6. The function is cos inverse of e power x. The given function is cos inverse of e power x. So this function is composition of two functions. One is e power x and the other one is inverse cos function. So again we have to use chain rule to find its derivative. First let us take the given function as y. So y is equal to cos inverse of e power x. Okay. So then dy by dx is equal to you just assume this bracket as single variable u. What is the derivative of cos inverse u? Derivative of cos inverse u is minus 1 by root of 1 minus u square. But what is u here? E power x. So e power x whole square into d by dx of this function. D by dx of e power x is e power x itself, correct? So this is equal to, further we can write this as minus into e power x is minus e power x whole thing divided by square root of 1 minus e power x whole square. E power x into e power x, e power 2x. So derivative of the given function is negative e power x divided by square root of 1 minus e power 2x. Okay. Next, problem number 7. The given function is e power cos x. So we have to find its derivative. Okay. Let y be equal to e power cos x. So given function is composition two functions. One function is cos x, other function is e power x. Again use chain rule. So dy by dx is equal to you just assume cos x as single variable u. Derivative of e power u with respect to u is e power u itself, right? So e power u, but what is u? Cos x into what? Into d by dx of u, d by dx of this function. D by dx of cos x is minus sin x, correct? So d by dx of cos x is minus sin x. Okay. Next, problem number 8. Problem number 8. The given function is e power x divided by sin x. The given function is e power x divided by sin x. This can be solved in two ways. One is you can use quotient rule directly. The second method is you can rewrite the given function as e power x into what is 1 by sin x? 1 by sin x is cosecant x. Okay. So in two different ways we can find the derivative of the given function. Okay. I'll use quotient rule. So first let us take the function as y. Let y be equal to e power x divided by sin x. Okay. Now we shall use quotient rule. So then dy by dx is equal to dy by dx is equal to, now we shall use quotient rule. This is u, this is v. So in the denominator we have to write square of the function in the denominator. In the numerator, denominator into d by dx of function in numerator. D by dx of e per x is e per x itself minus numerator, that is e per x, into d by dx of denominator. D by dx of sin x is cos x, correct? So further we can rewrite this as, we can take e per x common, we can write e per x into sin x minus cos x whole thing divided by sin x whole square, or it can be written as sin square x, correct? So this is the derivative of given function. Okay, next problem number 9. The next one is log of cos of e per x. The next function is log of cos of e per x. See here, the given function is composition of three functions. One is e per x, second function is cos x, third function is log x, correct? So to find its derivative, we have to use extension of chain rule. Okay, first let us take the given function as y. Let y be equal to log of cos of e per x. Okay, so then dy by dx is equal to, you just assume this bracket as single variable u. Derivative of log u with respect to u is 1 by u, right? So 1 by u. What is our u? Our u is this bracket, cos of e per x into, next d by dx of this function. Again this is composition of two functions. Okay, right? You have to use chain rule. You have to treat e per x as single variable. Then what is the derivative of cos u? Derivative of cos u is minus sin u, right? So minus sin u, but in place of u we have function e per x. Okay, into d by dx of the function e per x. D by dx of e per x is e per x itself, correct? So this is equal to, therefore derivative of the given function is equal to, we can rewrite this as sin by cos is tan, right? So minus sin by cos is tan of e per x into e per x, right? Minus tan of e per x into e per x. So that's the derivative of given function. Understood? Next. Next one, 10th one. The given function is square root of e per root x. So the given function is square root of e per root x. Okay, this is actually a composition of three functions. One is root x, another one is e per x, and again the third function is root x. You had to use extension of chain rule to find its derivative. Okay, so first let us take the function as y. Let y be equal to square root of e per root x. Then dy by dx is equal to, you just assume e per root x as u. What is the derivative of root u? Say, what is the derivative of root u? What is the derivative of root u with respect to u? 1 by 2 root u, right? Derivative of square root of u with respect to u is 1 by 2 root u. So 1 by 2 root, what is u here? E per root x, right? Into d by dx of e per root x. E per root x is not an ordinary function, it is composition two functions. Again you have to use chain rule. Derivative of e per root x is, you just treat root x as some single variable. derivative of e per u is e per u itself. So e per root x, right, into what? Into d by dx of root x. D by dx of root x is 1 by 2 root x. Okay. So further, if you want, you can simplify it. So further, this becomes, say here we have e per root x, here we have square root of e per root x. So it becomes square root of e per root x in the denominator 2 into 2, 4 root x. Correct? Or it can also be written like this, 1 by 4 into square root of e per root x by x. I have taken square root for both numerator and denominator. Okay. Next one, 11th one is the function is log of log x. We had to find the derivative of the function log of log x. It is, so given function is composition of two functions, one is log x, another one is also log x. So let y be equal to log of log x. Let y be equal to log of log x. Then by using chain rule, dy by dx is equal to, you just treat this bracket as single variable, derivative of log u with respect to is 1 by u. So 1 by, what is our u? Log x, right? Into, so 1 by log x into d by dx of this function, d by dx of log x is 1 by x. So derivative of the given function is 1 by log x into x, or you can also write this as 1 by x log x, both are one and the same. 1 by x log x. I have written x first. Next one. Okay, I'll write that here. 12th one. The given function is log x to the base 10. See here the base is 10, it is not e. Okay, this is not natural logarithm. Okay, it is logarithm to the base 10. But we know the derivative of log x to the base c, correct? We know that derivative of log x to the base is 1 by x. We have to use this to find the derivative of log x to the base 10. You can use this only when the base is e, correct? So we shall change the base of the function from 10 to e using change of base formula. Okay. So let y be the given function. Using change of base formula, I can write log x to the base 10 as log x to the base e. I am not going to write e. If nothing is written, it must be understood that the base is e. Okay. Log x to the base e divided by log 10 to the base e. Okay, if you want, I'll write e here, which is not required, even though I have written. Here I have used change of base formula, which we have learnt in the last class. Change of base formula. Here the base is 10. If the base is 10, we cannot differentiate the function directly. We have to change the base from 10 to e. Okay. So for that I have used change of base formula. Now see what happens. Then dy by dx is equal to, see, log 10 to the base is a constant, right? So 1 by log 10 to the base e, I will take it outside, 1 by log 10 to the base e into d by dx of log x to the base e, or you can simply write d by dx of log x, right? So which is equal to 1 by log 10 to the base e into, what is the derivative of log x with respect to x? 1 by x. So derivative of the given function is 1 by log 10 to the base e into 1 by x. See here log 10 is a constant. Okay. Next, I'm going to give you some homework problems, so try to solve them. Next, homework problems. Homework problems. I think we have finished 12 problems. So next, 13th one. 13th one, e power x cube. Okay, you have to find the derivative of the given function. 13th, e power x cube. Next, 14th, e power sine inverse x. Okay. Next, 15th, sine of tan inverse of e power negative x. See here, in this case, the function is composition of 4 functions. One is polynomial function negative x, second one is exponential function e power x, third one is inverse tan function, fourth one is sine function or sine x. So here you have to use extension of chain rule to find its derivative. Next, 16th one, e power x plus e power x square plus e power x cube plus e power x power 4 plus e power x power 5. So find the derivative of the given function. Understood? Next, 17th one, cos x divided by log x. So here x must be positive. Okay. Here you have to use quotient rule to find the derivative of the given function. Okay. Next, 18th one, cos of log x plus e power x. See, when I write log x, it means it is log x to the base e. Okay. Cos of log x plus e power x. Use chain rule to find the derivative of the given function. 19th one, log of log x to the base 7. So 19th one is slightly different problem. Here the base is 7, here the base is e. So you have to change the base from 7 to e by using change of base formula. Okay. So I'll do the 19th one now. I'll do the 19th one, but before that you copy down the 20th problem. 20th problem is e power secant square x plus 3 into cos inverse x. Okay. E power secant square x plus 3 into cos inverse x. I'll do the 19th one now. I'll do the 19th one. So I'll take the function as y. Let y be equal to log of log x to the base 7. Okay. See here the base is e, here the base is 7. I can differentiate this function only when the base is e. So we shall use change of base formula. So then using change of base formula, this becomes log of log x to the base e, okay, divided by log 7 to the base e. Okay. See, log 7 to the base is a constant. So 1 by log 7 to the base is a constant. You can take it outside, then you can easily differentiate. Okay. So dy by dx is equal to 1 by log 7 to the base e. Log 7 to the base e is a constant. So 1 by log 7 to the base is a constant into what? Into d by dx of log x. D by dx or log of log x. Just now we have found the derivative of log x. Just see here, we have found derivative of log x as 1 by x log x. So dy by dx is equal to 1 by log 7 to the base e into log of log x, composition of 2 functions. So using chain rule, we get 1 by derivative of log x, 1 by log x into derivative of log x is 1 by x. Okay. So this is the derivative of given function. Okay. So try to solve the other problem. Now we shall move on to logarithmic differentiation. I just need 5 minutes. Logarithmic differentiation. Logarithmic differentiation. Logarithmic differentiation. Let y be equal to u per v, where u and v are functions of x. U and v are functions of x. See here, whenever base as well as power both are functions of x, then to find the derivative of such a function, we are going to use logarithmic differentiation. Okay. So for that, first we have to take log on both sides, taking logarithm, of course, to the base e, taking logarithm to the base e on both sides of the above equation, on both sides. Then we get log y is equal to log of u per v. Here I have not written the base. Your base is actually e. So this is equal to, using one of the properties of logarithm, log of u per v to some base is v into log u to the base e, correct? I have used the property, this property, log m per n to the base b is n into log m to the base b. I have used this property. Okay. Now we shall differentiate both sides with respect to x. Differentiating both sides with respect to x, we get left hand side d by dx of log y. Log y is a function of y, so we have to use chain rule. So d by dy of log y is 1 by y into dy by dx, correct? In the right side, we have product of two functions, so we have to use product rule to find the derivative. First function v into d by dx of second function is log u, so we have to use chain rule. First we have to differentiate log u with respect to u, then we have to write du by dx, correct? So d by du of log u is 1 by u into du by dx. I have used chain rule, plus second function log u into derivative of first, that is d by dx of v or dv by dx, correct? I am interested in dy by dx, so dy by dx is equal to, I will shift this y to numerator of RHS, dy by dx is equal to y into, I will shift this to numerator of RHS, y into v by u into du by dx plus log u into dv by dx. Just one more step. Therefore derivative of the given function, therefore d by dx of y is equal to, what is y? What is y? Y is u per v. So dy by dx is equal to u per v into v by u into du by dx plus log u into dv by dx. Okay. So we have to use logarithmic differentiation whenever the given function is of the form u per v, where u and v are functions of x. Okay. Whenever both power as well as base are functions of x, then we have to use logarithmic differentiation. This process of differentiation is called logarithmic differentiation. Okay. You don't remember this as a formula, you just remember the procedure. You have to use this method, you have to use logarithmic differentiation whenever the given function is of the form u per v. For example, see, suppose the given function is something like this, sin x whole per x. See, here u is sin x, v is x, correct? Whenever given function is of the form u per v, all you have to do is, to find its derivative, all you have to do is take log on both sides and use one of the properties of logarithm, and after that differentiate and find dy by dx. Just remember the procedure. There is no need to remember this as a formula, okay? Just remember the procedure. Whenever the given function is of the form y is equal to u per v, first step what you have to do is take log on both sides, and after that use one of the properties of logarithm, and after that differentiate and find dy by dx. We shall discuss problems in the next class. Okay, thank you.